I just watched the hotel footage of Cassie and Diddy, dumbass, at that hotel, and what he did to her. And I just want to say a couple things. So, from what most of us have gathered from watching that video, it appears she was trying to get away from him, and he chased her down and started attacking her. So, when people talk about situations where they are being abused, and people will say, "Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just walk out? Why don't you just leave?" What people don't seem to understand is that moment when you leave is the most dangerous time in a victim's life. This is why when I talk about women leaving those situations, you will always also hear me say, make a safe plan and leave. That part is important because there have been so many women who have tried to escape to freedom and didn't make it, and their lives were taken by their partner. Also, I heard someone make a video where they said, she's someone's daughter. And now, don't get me wrong, if you want to be a smart ass, we're all somebody's daughter at the end of the day. But why must we always, in order for men to take us seriously, we have to be attached to a man? You get what I'm saying? That's somebody's mom, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's sister. Why can't we just be enough on our own? Also, I've talked about this briefly on my YouTube channel. It's on one of my red flag playlists if y'all want to skedaddle over there and check it out. But I talk about now men across the board are shitty, and it's all men until it's no men. A broke man is shitty, a middle class man is shitty, an upper middle class man is shitty, and a rich man is shitty. However, a rich man has the power to end you, and some can walk away scot-free. Now, this ain't the case for Diddy, as we're seeing, but for a wealthy man who's not in the celebrity spotlight, they have the power to destroy your life. And this is why I tell women, I'm not saying this is what Cassie did. This is completely an exit that I have taken from the discussion. This is why I tell women, when you're out here wanting to chase these men and sprinkle, and you want to be a housewife, more power to you. I love that for you. But there's pros and cons to whatever man in whatever financial situation. But a rich man who knows people, if they don't end you permanently, they can destroy you in a way that it will take you years to recover. They can get rid of connections and access to things that you need and ruin your ability to get a job and just completely ruin you see what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful. So I always recommend women, hey, do you, if you want the money, great, but still have a plan to where you can always stand on your own 2 feet at the end of the day. Because, like I said, regardless of somebody's financial situation, to be financially dependent on someone, you are basically saying, I get it, you love your man, that's your person, he would never do that to you, but your whole livelihood is dependent on him loving you and treating you right, deciding to continue to treat you right. Now, in this situation, Cassie, she's got, money of her own. So, she's been fine for years since this. But for us regular people, not that she doesn't matter. She does. I'm just saying this is something to think about before you go charging out to be financially dependent on somebody. She wasn't, like I said, she has her own stuff. This is just me talking about another point. Something that we can learn from this situation as everyday folk. Also, for a lot of you, this is a great topic of discussion for you to bring up in your relationships. And I say that because a huge red flag in a relationship is how your partner feels about cheaters and beaters. If he's all like, well, what did she do? She must have done something. Leave him alone. If he doesn't care, leave him alone. They need to be able to show some kind of empathy and feel bad about this situation because this is a real human being here. But I believed Cassie from the get go. I didn't need video footage, and for everybody who's yelling from the rooftops that people are lying and people lie and victims lie, that is a very teeny tiny percentage of victims who lie. And even within that percentage, how many of them retracted their statement because they felt their lives were in danger? That's something else to think about. So it shrinks down to an even smaller percentage of people who lie about what has happened to them. So there are several things that we can learn from this situation. At the end of the day, I wish all the best from Cassie. I hope that vengeance is served. I hope Diddy gets all the shit coming his way because, wow, fucked up.